Welcome to Module 4 of the National Aging and Disability Transportation Center Accessible Pedestrian Pathways mini-course. My name is Rachel Byerly and I'm Communications Director for NADTC. This week the course focuses on initiatives at the national level. In this module we'll cover where to find U.S. Department of Transportation research, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration programs, Federal Highway Administration programs, the Transportation Research Board's National Cooperative Highway Research Program, the Transit Cooperative Research Program, and non-federal resources. This week's homework assignment relates to accessibility of shared streets and shared spaces based on an FHWA publication. If you're looking for pedestrian research, the U.S. Department of Transportation's Office of Research and Technology is a good place to start. They have a searchable database, and you can search by mode, including bicycle and pedestrian safety. In addition, you may also want to take a look at the U.S. Department of Transportation's Research Hub 2.0, where you can search by individual projects. Another location is the Federal Highway Administration's pedestrian and bicycle safety web pages. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's website, NHTSA.gov, includes a section on pedestrian safety. From the pedestrian safety page, you can link to fact sheets, tip sheets, research, curricula toolkits, and programs. A variety of resources are available for transportation professionals to use. The Federal Highway Administration has two primary pages related to pedestrian programs and publications, the Environment page, and then there is a page specific to accessibility issues. You'll find links to both of these on slide 5. In this course, we've been looking at FHWA documents or initiatives, and this week we're going to look at two more. The Shared Streets Accessibility Recommendations, and also the Federal Highway Administration's Countermeasures to Affect Pedestrian Fatalities. This is called Safe Transportation for Every Pedestrian, or STEP. Shared streets have been common in Europe and are making their way into new U.S. developments or redevelopments. The definition of a shared street is a street that includes a shared zone where pedestrians, bicyclists, and motor vehicles mix in the same space. Shared spaces feature low vehicle speeds, low vehicle volumes, lack of modal segregation, and by that we mean typically a lack of vertical curbs, signs, or markings, and they also suggest that pedestrians have priority. Federal Highway Administration released in October 2017 a publication called Accessible Shared Streets, Notable Practices and Considerations for Accommodating Pedestrians with Vision Disabilities. The report includes lessons learned about the planning process and engineering and design, including transition areas, designation of comfort zones, consistent detectable surfaces, parking, and low vehicle speeds. Another feature program of the Federal Highway Administration is Safe Transportation for Every Pedestrian, or STEP, which focuses on reducing pedestrian fatalities by improving uncontrolled crossings, particularly mid-block locations. FHWA statistics cite that pedestrians account for over 17.5% of all fatalities. The majority of these deaths occur at uncontrolled crossings. So STEP is a definitive way to assist pedestrians to cross without going significantly out of their way. The 5-step countermeasures that we'll look at today include crosswalk visibility enhancements, raised crosswalks, pedestrian refuge islands, pedestrian hybrid beacon treatments, and road diets. Crosswalk visibility enhancements are the first, and this includes addition of high visibility markings, parking restrictions, crosswalk approaches, and advanced stop or yield markings, as well as curve extensions. The potential for crash reductions with this treatment is 23 to 48%. And you can take a look at the graphic on slide 12 and also the following graphics, which will help illustrate the various step treatments that we're going to talk about. Raised crosswalks take the visibility enhancements a step farther with an elevated crossing that makes the pedestrian more prominent in the driver's field of vision. The approach ramps may also assist with reducing vehicle speeds. The potential crash reduction for the raised crosswalk is 45%. Pedestrian refuge island is a countermeasure that includes a median that minimizes pedestrian time in the roadway. Islands are useful when you have 4 or more travel lanes of traffic and where speeds are more than 35 miles per hour. The potential crash reduction for this countermeasure is over 30%. Pedestrian hybrid beacons incorporate overhead signs and lights. Beacons stop all lanes of traffic and are activated by pedestrians. This type of countermeasure relates to the HAWK signal we discussed in last week's presentation. The potential crash reduction for this countermeasure is quite high at 55%. A road diet shrinks the road width for pedestrians through addition of curb extensions, space for bicycle, transit, or sidewalks. A road diet also reduces vehicle speeds. The reduction in crashes ranges from 19 to 47%, depending on the treatment. If you'd like to hear more from cities that have actually implemented these countermeasures, NADTC and the Federal Highway Administration hosted a webinar on April 19, 2018 that features Phoenix, Washington, D.C., and Richmond, Virginia. You can listen to the webinar on YouTube. The link is provided here on slide 17 or through the NADTC website, www.nadtc.org. So that was a look at 2 Federal Highway Administration initiatives, and we'll talk a little bit more about shared streets in later slides. But I want to mention before we go on that there are other national resources available for research, including the Transportation Research Board's National Cooperative Highway Research Program and the Transit Cooperative Research Program. These are known as NCHRP and TCRP. Pedestrian-related research from TRB in recent years include a joint NCHRP-TCRP report, so NCHRP 562, TCRP 112, on improving pedestrian safety at unsignalized crossings. There's also been NCHRP 117B, Guidelines for Accessible Pedestrian Signals, and TCRP 175, which is a guidebook on pedestrian crossing of public transit rail services. In addition to U.S. Department of Transportation and Transportation Research Board research, national organizations also provide research, resources, and education. The primary national organizations are America Walks, Alliance for Biking and Walking, the Association of Pedestrian and Bicycle Professionals, and Transportation for America. Links to these and other organizations are available at the National Center for Bicycling and Walking website, which is www.bikewalk.org. So in this week's homework assignment, we're going to take a closer look at shared streets. And for this, we are asking you to read chapters 4 and 7 of the Federal Highway Administration publication, Accessible Shared Streets, Notable Practices and Considerations for Accommodating Pedestrians with Vision Disabilities. After reading those 2 chapters, please take the Module 4 quiz. And in addition, if you'd like to learn more about this application, you may find it informative to read the BBC News article about shared road schemes paused over dangers to blind people. And this is a news article that discusses how the United Kingdom is pausing development of shared spaces due to concerns about the designs and the navigation of pedestrians who are blind or who have low vision. Next week in Module 5, we'll take a look at local walkability initiatives, and we'll also provide some informational tools to help you prepare for your final assignment. Please be sure to register for the September 4th Pedestrian Connections live webinar, or plan to listen to the archive webinar once it's available. And after listening to that webinar next week, there will be a short Module 5 quiz. Thank you again for listening to the Module 4 presentation. As always, contact us or post to the course forum if you have questions. Have a great day.